Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at one of Nietzsche's most controversial quotes about women. But before we do, let me remind you that this is not a safe space. Ideas here are not for the faint of heart, and they are certainly not for those who get offended easily. So if that's you, then please click away now. But if you want to stay and really understand what Nietzsche is getting at with this quote, then let's dive in. As always, go and grab a copy of the book referenced in this video so you can follow along. Also, if you think you know what Nietzsche's quote is before we read it, then go ahead and write it in the comments section below and see if you win the coveted prize. And without further ado, let's take a look at the brutal truth about women according to Friedrich Nietzsche. We know that women live in a totally different world than men. We also know that they have a different psychology than us, which means they experience life completely differently than we do. It's all obvious. But did you know that there are some fundamental differences between the way women process their experiences? This might be difficult to hear, but women cannot think abstractly like men. They always interpret everything in relation to themselves. This makes them incredibly empathetic. Women can pick up on your energy, how you're feeling, and what state of mind you're in. They will always offer comfort or try to fix whatever it is that's bothering you. You can even notice slight changes in tone, body language, or facial expressions. There's nothing wrong with this per se. It's just something that men need to be aware of. Women do this naturally. It's almost an instinct with them. Whereas for men it takes practice. Men can learn to do it well, but most don't. Women live primarily in the concrete, so everything for them is very literal. For example, if a woman says, "I never want to see you again," she literally means it. With men, you could say something like that and still be joking around. But with women, if they tell you they don't ever want to see you again, then they mean it. Women don't use empty threats. That's just not how they operate. Women speak less than men, and when they do, they expect you to listen because what they say has weight. It's important to keep this in mind, because if you do intake women seriously when they speak, then you do so at your own peril. Women will never admit when they're wrong. If you try to tell a woman that she's wrong, then you'll have a fight on your hands. Don't do this. Never try to tell a woman that she's wrong because they simply are incapable of admitting when they are. Now, this isn't just limited to women. No one likes being told they're wrong, but with women, it's much more pronounced. Women love to be right. If you challenge them, then you had better have irrefutable proof that they are wrong, because otherwise you'll be dealing with a very angry woman. And trust me, you don't want to be on the receiving end of a woman's wrath. If a woman has hurt you, then you should leave her. She won't change. If she's treated you badly, then no amount of begging or pleading will change that. The only thing that will change is your self-respect. So just leave. The moment a woman stops respecting you, she'll never stop disregarding you. Women have a strong sense of self-preservation. They know exactly what they want, and if it looks like they're going to lose it, then they will drop you in a heartbeat. Women will sacrifice anyone to protect themselves. And if you realize that it's happening, then run away fast. Now for the infamous quote. Here it is in its entirety. He who has two legs cannot be free. He who has two legs must dance. This quote comes from Twilight of the Idols, and is perhaps one of the most misunderstood quotes by Nietzsche. To understand what he's getting at here, we first need to discuss his concept of the Übermensch. The Übermensch is the future of humanity. It's the next step in human evolution. The Übermensch is the individual who creates values instead of being bound by them. He is the one who embraces life despite its absurdity and suffering. He doesn't wait for meaning to be handed to him. Instead, he creates it for himself. Nietzsche said that the Übermensch is amoral, not immoral. He doesn't obey society's rules, because he knows that life requires a certain amount of immorality in order to thrive. Sometimes you have to break the rules and be willing to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals. And this is why the Übermensch is both feared and revered. He's feared because he represents chaos, but he's revered because he represents the ultimate freedom. The Übermensch is the one who breaks the shackles of society and creates his own destiny. And this is what Nietzsche meant when he said that he who has two legs cannot be free. See, having two legs symbolizes being bound by societal norms and expectations. It means that you're just like everyone else. But if you really want to be free, then you need to do what the Übermensch does. You need to dance. And this is where things get interesting. Nietzsche wasn't talking about dancing in the literal sense. He was talking about dancing metaphorically. Dancing metaphorically means that you embrace the absurd and chaotic nature of life. You have to be willing to let go of your inhibitions and just go for it. You have to be willing to take risks and do things that scare you. This is what it means to dance according to Nietzsche. So when he says that he who has two legs must dance, he's saying that if you really want to be free, then you have to embrace the absurd and chaotic nature of life. You have to be willing to let go of your inhibitions and just go for it. You have to be willing to take risks and do things that scare you. And this is what it means to dance according to Nietzsche. This is what sets the Übermensch apart from everyone else. He's not afraid to embrace the absurd and chaotic nature of life. He's not afraid to let go of his inhibitions and just go for it. He's not afraid to take risks and do things that scare him. Now, this might seem like a very radical idea, but if you really want to be free, then you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. You have to be willing to break the rules and go against the grain. You have to be willing to take risks and do things that scare you. And this is what it means to dance. And this is what sets the Übermensch apart from everyone else. That's all I got for you today. If you liked this video, then check out this video on 4 ways to destroy a man according to Nietzsche. And if you really want to dig into the abyss of Nietzsche's philosophy, then go and get a copy of Twilight of the Idols. And remember, you're only young once. Make it count.